Hello and welcome to this Hot Indonesia special. I'm Dalton Tanonaka in Jakarta. Now, in case you missed it, we want to give you highlights of the issues and people that made the first month of 2026 something to talk about. We begin with the corruption case of a well-respected business leader who entered government and found that it was nothing like the private sector. He's in the hot seat. He went to Harvard, founded the country's first unicorn company, Gojek, now valued at more than $10 billion, then was asked to join government as education minister. Nadiem Makarim was seen as fresh air blowing into the bureaucracy. But a year after a new administration took office, Makarim was arrested on corruption charges. Prosecutors say he caused state losses in a laptop procurement deal, also taking money from the company that provided the computers. Now, Makarim denies the allegations. Others in his ministry have been charged as well. As you both know, Shanaz, to the general public, this case was kind of a shock because Nadiem, and many of us know him, was seen as coming in from the private sector as like a white knight, a kind of a business professional, right?
Right, indeed, because I see him as a successful businessman and turned into someone in the government, and now, everyone is supporting him, the support is overflowing for him and his family. And
you mean saying he's not guilty?
I don't know about that.
I mean, but the support is...
Yeah, the support is there, right? Everyone from the art industry, I think, supporting him, and I don't know. Let's just wait and see. What do you think, Bang Sandy?
Well, my thoughts and prayers are with Nadiem and the Makarim family. I'm very biased because I know Nadiem, even during his pre-Gojek days. He comes from a very respectable family. His father, Nono Makarim, is a very, very, I would say, anchored lawyer in the corporate law that I used to come for legal advice. So comes from a very, very respected family that
good background, obviously,
very good background.
And
then he transitions from McKinsey. He pitched the Gojek ideas to us and in the private sectors. He got funded and make it like a unicorn. And then he made that transitions, pretty much like me. He made that transitions later, and we all struggle when we make the transitions because entrepreneurs are born very, very always optimistic, wants to move things fast, wants to introduce innovations. But then we're in the government settings that is layered of bureaucracy and institutional discipline, slow, and we want to get things moving fast. So I think I don't want to comment on the legal side because I'm not
and we don't know if he's not
a
guilty.
layman, and I just wish him the best because I think he's a good entrepreneur. He showcased some of the best innovations that Indonesia could have, and I think the public trust. And I'm also very hopeful because Pak Prabowo did step in a couple of times, like Ira, who led the ferry company, the state-owned ferry company.
Right.
After the verdict, she got amnesty, and we see the public trust are watching this, and issues about integrity, innovations, transparency is going to be laid out there. So I'm very hopeful that this will end up in a very, very...
And we don't know. The legal process must play out. But, sources tell me that this began internally, that some in the education ministry already there was friction between Nadiem's new team, as you were mentioning, when you come in and try to change things, and you're a professional, you're not a government bureaucrat, and Sandy, you're a cabinet member, as you said. I mean, could this be what's happening? There's an internal conflict rather than an external investigation and somebody found out from the outside? I mean, I know you don't know the inside, but it seems to be people fighting within. Does that make sense, Sandy?
It is always the case. When I walked into the Jakarta government, it's like that. Okay. There was some resistance from people in the bureaucracy because they said, "Oh, you're politicians. You just came in. We're going to stay here forever. You bring in all these innovations. You take the risk, but we bear the burden." Something like that. And in the ministry is also like that. But at the end, I think Indonesia is a country that law has to be, nobody is above the law. I think the court system will pretty much going to show that what really happens. And at the end, even like the Ibu Ira's case, the president's not mincing his word. He wants to get rid of corruption, but if he sees injustice, then he quickly.
But some criticize that decision too, that he didn't let the courts play out. You know, he overruled the court's decision. And we should talk about that. I would like to talk about that. But, you know, the specific amount that Nadiem is said to have taken was around $48 million. Now, that's not a small amount.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was already a wealthy man from his investment. So his defenders say he wouldn't risk his career for money, right, Shanaz?
I guess so. And, you know, the persona that he has, I think people are respect him highly, right? So for 809 billion rupiah, I don't know. I think that's just silly if he does that. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, they traced the paper trail of the deposits into his accounts. I mean, and it's probably could be a legitimate transfer of money, of investment money that was returned to him. But they had to have something on paper to have come up with these numbers, right? Now, it's very rare, as in a corruption case like this, that the defendant is found not guilty. I mean, we know our system. The prosecutors have all the chips, correct, San? But with any ruling, Sani, doesn't this hurt the idea or the attraction of private sector professionals from entering government again?
Yeah, and I think it's setting a precedent. I think Tom Lembong faced the same thing, but then again with Tom it was
and he was a former
Minister of Trade.
Okay,
but then President Prabowo also gave the full
pardon,
pardon and amnesty. So I think I'm still hopeful. Let's keep our fingers crossed. You know, the court process will determine the outcome, and I'm just very, very hopeful. I mean, I'm biased. I'm very sad.
Because you know him personally as well. But, you know, if I were to project, I would say that the defendant has a more than 50% chance of getting convicted, because that's our system, right? But I think he would be cleared, as you said, after an appeal to a higher court or a commutation by the president. If and the president weighs public sentiment. He listens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are very experienced on the Indonesian law, because you went through a few years ago.
You know, and I was going to say, you know, we both have had like people.
I went through the same.
Yeah, anybody can file police charges. Anybody can do that, but we wait to see how the process works out. Makarim's trial continued this week, with the former minister saying he is confident he will be found not guilty, especially since former officials under him testified that they took bribes without their boss's knowledge. This Hot Indo special will continue shortly. No laughing matter why this popular comedian is also facing a legal challenge over his Netflix special.
Hi, there's so many ways to watch the Indonesia channel. 1. Download our free mobile app through the Apple Store or Google Play. 2. Go to our website at www.theindonesiachannel.world and click the play arrow. 3. Tune into your favorite cable or streaming platform. Enjoy our entire lineup of entertainment, news, and fun. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
You're watching a Hot Indonesia special. Another legal battle that caught national attention is the ongoing fight over free speech. A comedian's jokes were reported to police after several groups said they were no laughing matter. He's one of Indonesia's most popular comedians. Panji Pragiwaksono is now based in New York. And in a Netflix special just out that was taped in Jakarta, Panji directed his humor at issues and people as comedians do. But several groups didn't like when he said they received special government benefits in exchange for political support. They went to the police saying they were defamed. Now, the groups supposedly are the youth wings of Indonesia's two largest Muslim organizations. Sandy, you know, Panji's a funny guy, but did he cross the political line?
I was
Or the legal line.
Yeah,
cross the
I
legal
was
line.
with him a day before the Netflix launch. And he said, "Oh, bang, you know, we were in New York together, and I attended his open mic sessions. He was very nice to invite me and my family. So there's 16 people in the audience.
And only had seats for 10, so it looked packed. Yeah.
So 5 is from Joko Anwar's family, 5 from my family, so about 6 people watching him. And he said, in Indonesia, 10,000 people showed up for my last big event, Mensrea, which will be launched tomorrow at Netflix. So we didn't know that it's going to be this big.
And this was back then, last month.
Yeah, last month. And I found it to be very funny, and legally he actually knew that it's coming, and that's why he put a disclaimer whenever he's saying something, that this is menurut keyakinan saya, or it is in my opinion, or it is in my belief. So I don't know. I mean, to me, I think it's a good reflection, it's a good academic sessions on political. I would say political.
Well, it's supposed to be political satire.
Political satire, which is very, very, I would say, in the U.S. and other.
It's common. It's common.
Very, very normal. And here also in Indonesia.
Yeah, of course, we've had it way back.
In the way back, we also had it. So
I remember that guy Butet. He used to do the president. He was a great.
He was, and we have it in Metro TV.
Exactly. No, that's why I used to say him all the time. Now, you know, what is political satire? You know, Shanaz, I mean, is it protected in the Constitution? Yes, it is. Article 28E, paragraph 3, quote, everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and to express their thoughts orally, in writing, and any other medium. Pretty clear to me.
Yeah, to me also. And I watched the Netflix session. 2 hours Netflix session, and it was so entertaining. And I think entertainment is a choice, whether you want to consume it or not. So I think, I don't know, from an artist's point of view, I think he has every right to say whatever he wants to say. And he's a comedian. I don't know. If you take it personally, that's on you, right? Not on him.
But he's protected. You both agree that he's protected under the Constitution?
I guess so. I think so. But he's very brave, I must say.
Yeah. Although, in my opinion, it is definitely, and that's why when we came to the open mic, it's 21 years and above. Because I would not invite Sulaiman, my 14 years old son, to be listening to the Netflix, because the content. But all of the family members enjoy it. I mean, we watch it as family. But again, it is. Oh, by the way, the youth wing of these large organizations have now been asked the legitimacy of that, and we are seeing actually public supports are behind Panji, but we have legal boundaries. With free speech, there's also responsibility, and I think
inciting hatred or violence, that crosses. But this did not do that.
I don't think so. And for a society like Indonesia that. We laugh at everything. We like humor. And
anyone can go to the police and file a report in this country, right? Unlike other countries where you kind of weigh what you do. I mean, as you said, Sandy, as a public figure, you've had reports. I've had reports. Is this system here too easily manipulated?
I guess. I don't really know about that.
Have you had any reports filed against you? Okay, well, she's the lucky one. She's the rose, I told you.
I'm very much zen, at peace.
Oh, hey, they go for the zen.
But I like explicit contents like this. I don't know. It's just I think the aim is if you talk about art is to make people feel whatever it is that needs to be felt, and I think somehow Panji voiced out his opinion, and I think somewhat people are starting to woken up, to this matter, and that this political, I don't know, I might say landscape in our country. So I think what he's doing is a great job. And if somebody files a report for him, then yes, so be it. Let's just see.
Again, the legal process. Sandy, you mentioned the two largest Muslim groups, Nahdlatul Ulama and Muhammadiyah. They both have already said that their organizations are not connected with these youth groups, right? I mean, they already disowned these guys. So I don't get the point of why this happened.
Well, it is democracy. Yeah. Everybody has rights to voice their opinion, including to the police.
Yeah, democracy is noisy.
Yeah, but I think, within the 2 hours, and it's going to be very difficult for everybody to stay tuned for 2 hours, but, we stay tuned for 2 hours.
It has subtitles, right?
There's subtitles, but there's some very Indonesians very hard to translate to.
And the Indonesian humor is a little different.
Little different. But I would like to say that this is another test for our democracy and our legal system also, because we will have a new, the criminal code that is already passed is going to be implemented this year, so it's going to be tested. And I think somebody quoted that based on the new criminal code, this is not going to be able to be prosecuted.
Okay. And you know what? Panji's Special has now become the most watched program in Netflix here in Indonesia. I've watched portions of it.
The most streamed, and I think it's good for his business.
Well, so any publicity is good publicity, as they say in the entertainment business. Pragiwaksono had several interviews with police this week. He is calling for dialogue instead of legalities. More of this hot Indonesia special is ahead. Sugar time is the phenomenon of young women dating much older men. When is it okay?
Hi, there's so many ways to watch the Indonesia channel. 1. Download our free mobile app through the Apple Store or Google Play. 2. Go to our website at www.theindonesiachannel.world and click the play arrow. 3. Tune into your favorite cable or streaming platform. Enjoy our entire lineup of entertainment, news, and fun. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
You're watching a hot Indonesia special from Jakarta. It used to be called a May-December romance in which one partner is significantly older than the other. Indonesia is seeing its share of this kind of relationship in what we call sugar time. It's been the subject of many portrayals in pop culture, and the trend of young women dating older men continues to grow. Psychology Today says it's about seeking emotional maturity and better communication, especially for Gen Z women. Critics say it's all about the money. Okay, there remains the transactional relationship, but we're not talking about those. Okay, but those are usually okay for those involved. So that's another thing. But Sandy, as a more mature man, no problem with this trend, right?
No, it's love is in the air.
You're romantic like me.
I'm a very hopelessly romantic guy.
Very good, brother. Good. That's it?
Yeah. We need more love, more romance, and
that's not the question. The question, the age gap is the question.
Well, when the age gap is there, but the communication is also there, and the caring, the loving, and I think it actually bridged the expectations.
Really?
Yeah, it's younger women are much smarter now, and the older guys. I'm not looking at you, but the longer you have,
you are looking at me.
You have more knowledge, and you could have better communication.
Those are the reasons why
it's better communication.
Surveys like this come out. But one quick one.
It's not financial. I could,
those are
financial
different
is
category.
part.
That's a different
That
category.
means economic stability.
Yeah. I mean-
But it is not just the money. My wife said, no, it must be the money.
I hate to genderize it, but women will say that. But real quick on it, there's no religious factors involved in this. I mean, there's in the majority there's nothing that says everything's okay or it's nothing. So we wipe that out
it's
completely.
okay. And guys are getting healthier even at the older age, and they could really be
Yes.
have a vibrant
We're healthy
playing
as hell.
basketball
Yeah.
twice a week
Yep,
and
yep.
and running marathons.
Okay, that's the argument for men. Now, Shanaz, you're a single mom, right? And is age a factor for you?
For me, no, but
Yeah. No, that's good.
but
But
I'm just, and it's hard for me to
spit it out.
Yeah, okay. But my friend, she's like now 40-ish. She just said to me last night that she's seeing this 25-year-old guy.
Oh, that's the other one.
Oh, the other way around.
And I think it's just refreshing. It's a breath of fresh air now that we can talk about dating life in a more experimental approach.
But see, that's a different topic, I think. Older women and younger men.
No, but I think the age gap. About the age gap, I think it's okay.
And
nowadays.
also, in religiously speaking, it's also okay.
Yeah.
The prophets married an older woman.
Right? Nice.
Okay, I'm not arguing against it. As an even more mature man than Sandy, for me, it's always been more about heart and mind, right? I mean, and rather than body. And I'm not talking physical body, but just the age factor. There are women my age who act like kids, and there are women who are younger who I take advice from. So, and there's the issue of wanting kids, right? If you're an older man and you want kids, you have to date a younger woman.
It's another issue. It's another issue. But I think.
But that could be the deal breaker for some people like.
Yeah, I guess. But relationships are, again, delicate, right?
Okay, so we agree, male and female here, that the age gap for, because I'm seeing it more in the malls here.
Yeah.
Are you
out on the street.
experiencing one?
That's a good question, Sandy. Yeah, we'll explore that.
So, to you.
Thank you for the rescue.
No, I was about to ask to you. What is the normal age gap? Is it 20 years, 30 years?
You know what Oprah Winfrey said? She said, you never date someone half your age plus 7. It has to be older than that. Half your age plus 7 is the minimum you're supposed to do. I don't know who made that up, but figure if you're 60 and you take half of it, 30, and you add 7, so no one under 30. But that's a little.
I've seen Dalton
Wait, no, Sam,
way
come on.
younger than
Well,
37.
Because she works out. But that's what they say. But again, you're right, Sam. Age is not the factor. It's about the person. Yes, it's all about the person. We appreciate the feedback we get from you all over the world. Drazen in Moscow said this in a WhatsApp message: like your show, interesting topics, good vibe in studio. Well, thank you, sir. Here's how to contact us with your feedback. Comment through our Hot Indonesia or Indonesia Channel X, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube pages. And that's our show for this week. Next time, a new team. Presidential daughter Yeni Wahid joins Sandy Uno and me with the hottest issues and people of Indonesia. I'm Dalton Tanonaka in Jakarta. Thank you for watching, and see you again next time.